In this programming session, I'm going to add the blog to Web Dev Ladder. I'm also going to link to two previous VODs in my project Fuzz Blog, where I created Fuzz Blog, which is reusable software for SvelteKit for creating blogs. It's more oriented for developers. You have to manage your own SvelteKit repo to use this software. So it's not sort of general purpose blogging software in the normal sense. All right, so what we're going to do is open up webdevladder.net. So we are at webdevladder.net right now. This is what the website currently looks like. What we're going to do is add a link to the blog and then add the blog. So I'm going to open up, we have over here, this is the repo. We're going to go ahead and check out a new branch. Let's call it add blog. And inside of this, we can go ahead and npm install fuzz_blog -d. So -d meaning for development. Probably knew that if you're watching a channel like this. If not, welcome Node beginner. I'm using Node. That's Node. All right, so as you can see, fuzz blog has been added to my package JSON. You can see it over here. We're going to go ahead and push that up and add that branch. This is just my normal workflow. I like to have pull requests open on GitHub as I work. We don't need this open right now. This was from the blog, but there's a bunch of stuff I need to do, such as software development. All right, so over to, actually I could have gone there as a shortcut. I'm already here. So I'm in the wrong one though, of course. This is Fuzz blog. I need to be over at webdevladder.net. So I'm opening up a PR. So we're going to say add blog. And I should zoom in. I'll keep trying to remember that. And now we can look at what we're doing. So the main thing I would say is that we can copy Fuzz blog. Actually, let's copy the implementation from my personal blog. Basically, I did, and if you watch the previous VODs, I go ahead and add Fuzz blog to replace its old blogging system. And so what we can do is add to WebDevLadder the same kind of stuff. We can basically just copy paste our old work. There is one improvement that I'm not going to do yet. So we're just going to add a lib directory, which I will remove eventually. I'm just going to make a note of it right now. Actually, I'll add a note as a follow-up. So move files from lib. Basically, the lib directory I'm reserving in general for actual libraries. It wouldn't cause any problems, but it really just doesn't belong in a project that's not publishing a library. Everything can just kind of go in my routes folder unless I want to publish a library. And webdevladder.net is unlikely to publish a library. So I have these two files that I'm going to copy over to it. And all these files do is export stuff from fuzzblog. You can see we have a post task and a blog generation file. If you want the details on how this stuff works, watch. I'll link in this blog post. I'm going to link to the videos. There's two VODs. The first one will explain what this all does. The second one actually is me extracting it all from my original personal blog over to fuzzblog, which is that new package that I just installed in webdevladder.net. So it will explain kind of what these tasks and gen files are. So we don't need to really worry about that, what they are for the purposes of this video. We're just going to kind of move forward. So we're also going to create a blog directory. And inside that, we're just going to do this manually. So we're not going to just copy paste. We're going to create a blog directory. And then inside that, we have this feed. So we can copy paste this file, right, like that. And here we need to say webdevladder.net blog. The website ID here, we need to update this lots of places. It's webdevladder.net. We can keep the author as it is. The feed URL, whoops, I messed up this one. So this one actually is here. And webdevladder.net is the feed URL. We're going to namespace it under the /blog, which is that directory that I made. And then lastly, we have these two. So we now have, oh, this is an item. We can delete this. It's going to be generated. So actually, I screwed up already. Instead of feed, I meant to do blog. So I'm going to copy the blog file, not the feed file. I thought there was too much to edit. There was a lot of duplication there. We were editing a feed, which is a different concept. Again, if you want to know what that concept was, check out the VODs. I will also probably blog about it in case you like reading better. So we will blog after we make the blog. The author, again, is going to stay where it is. So we're going to say webdevladder.net is the ID for all this stuff. And then we can change the feed URL over to this. All right. So at that point, we have our blog data. So basically this, and we left it to do like maybe we'll extract it over to a config file. Basically, this is the file that's going to configure how our blog works. So we added 2 files and then a blog file. I'm curious, actually, I don't know how this exactly, all the details that I need. I do know if we go look at fuzzblog, so I should have started off here. So blog.fuzz.dev, this is the software that we're going to integrate into webdevladder.net. I left a little bit of documentation. This is definitely not what you need to fully get started, but this does have a little bit of information, including this link thing right here that we can go ahead and copy paste into here, into our svelte head. And then we can set the blog feed in context. I think we need to do this. Not 100% sure, but that's my guess. So let me, where was I doing this? Yeah, we'll put this up below the props. So the feed is going to be generated. So you can see it's like erroring right now. We can then also import from the blog, the set blog feed. This will put it in context so that the feed, which is just a small amount of metadata, is available everywhere. And that's important just to put, it's convenient to put it at the root. I could put it elsewhere, but this lets us kind of use that data everywhere. It will help us create like an index on the blog page, for example. And we can go ahead actually, and I will copy paste the layout. And yeah, you can see get blog feed is called inside the blog page here. So I'm actually going to copy these 2 files as well, because why not? Actually, we will do that from fuzzblog. This is not streamlined yet, as you can imagine, as you can probably tell. I mean, so these are probably simpler than my personal versions. So I'm going to copy these over into the blog directory. And then we can kind of look at this. We probably do need to update these links, these imports. So we need to point at fuzzblog instead of importing locally, because we're copying from the actual fuzzblog. Oh, the logo is not part of, okay. So actually, this is fuzz. Ryan Aitken, we need the fuzz logo. So we need the webdevladder logo. Webdevladder _ logo. All right, so that gives us our webdevladder logo. Got it. Okay. And then over here, again, these imports need to change. Maybe it wasn't smart to import from, but it's fine. It doesn't take long to fix this. You just needed to change them from the local imports to the actual fuzzblog package imports. We then notice the one error we do have is this feed. Although I wonder, am I getting this wrong? I am. This is actually going to be a local feed import. So where was it originally importing from? Okay, so I think that was an auto import that it just got wrong. So I'm going to go actually to $routes/blog/feed. And it doesn't exist yet, but it will be generated right now, maybe, question mark. So it generated 2 new files, 3 changed. We can ignore that one. There's one, I was expecting to see 3 files. So we will, maybe it's because we have no objects yet. So notice this green file, it created a feed XML when I ran grow sync, and that's because these files. So this gen file is what created this. That makes sense. So I actually haven't created a post yet. So it makes sense that I only created 2. And notice too, it created this feed.ts, right? So what this is generated from, and it tells you, generated by source lib blog.gen.ts, it's generated by this data. So this data gets transformed into a format that is a blog feed, which is an internal representation of the blog. That same data structure gets transformed into the feed.xml. And so all of this stuff, again, was covered in the other videos. So, and I might make a short recap video that really kind of just ties everything up nicely. That's a lot more polished. We'll see. If you have any requests, please let me know. Comments or Discord are both great. So what we can do now is needs to work with, yeah, I'm not sure what this meant. I'm just copy pasting stuff, right? It's whatever. There's not too much to worry about, so I'm just going to keep it as it is. There's no reason to dive into styling for the purposes of this video. So we just created the blog, file, and feed. So this is generated when I run growsync, and so now we will push this up. Growsync is checked by continuous integration. So if it's not working, if you forget to run it or something, or if it's out of sync for whatever reason, running growgen is the way to make that see, like none changed. Growsync does the same thing, but also does a couple other things. All right. So what we can do, including SvelteKit sync. SvelteKit also has like a sync function. That's where I got that inspiration. And this is very much an extension of SvelteKit. This adds with SvelteKit idioms. As notice, we are, as we'll see in just a sec, we are using SvelteKit patterns to create our blog. And so I'm going to run grow post, and that's going to create our first post. You can see I have this some title to do. We need to rename this to whatever we want to call it. And I think I wrote this down. I'm going to call it hello. Wait, did I do this correctly? Yeah, hello web dev ladder blog. I'm just going to hello-web dev ladder-blog. This is a very unpolished system so far. It requires some manual editing. A lot of this will be automated pretty soon. I think I already have some ideas about how this can be improved. If you have ideas, again, love to hear it. So cool. Good job, Copilot. And then same thing here. Can you do it? Yeah, good job, Copilot. So what I just did is ran grow post, which runs this task, which is just exported from fuzzblogs. We don't actually need to write any code for that. It's automatically doing it for us. Next time I want to run grow post, it will create blog post number 2. And the way this works is that the slugs, and I go probably more into detail in the first videos, but the slug, especially the first one, the slug here has its own directory, and this allows us to get SvelteKit routing. The numbered, starting with 1 directories in our blog directory actually are where our source of truth is. You can see our post is here. This data becomes our source of truth. So now if we look at our feed, we see that item right here. You can see the blue here indicates that it's added to Git. So if we diff the feed XML, we now have an entry. And if we diff the feed.ts, we now have an item. Same data in it, basically. So that's what's going on. So the source of truth again. Oh, interesting. It added .js there for some reason. I have no idea why. That should not be happening. Did I do that? Weird. You see that? I didn't type that. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Copilot? I don't know. Don't want to blame Copilot for things it's not doing, but that's weird. I don't know why that happened. So the idea then is that we have, I'm going to restart Svelte just in case. We have, this is just a proxied file. You can see it just imports from 1. And then this is the actual source of truth that we will be authoring in. So I said to do for the summary, we're going to say creating, creating web dev ladders blog. I did miss a little there. Okay. And then tags, we can say blog soft, we can say web dev. Sure. So did it want to give me some options? Okay. Too many options there. Svelte and TypeScript. And also let's go with SvelteKit. And also Vite, why not? Because Vite's powering SvelteKit. Okay. So we now have some data in our first post, and we have, we can go ahead actually, and before I commit anything, I'll show you that it should be working. So I need to create, open up localhost here, and we see that if we go to /blog, we actually haven't added any links yet, but if we add blog. Whoa, okay, that's too big, a little too big, but I can fix that. And then we have hello web dev ladder blog, which here's a link. There's definitely bugs, but something's working, right? We do have some issues with like styling and layout, but the blog is there, right? And this is also generating, as we saw in the static file, this feed.xml. So this is actually totally valid. Hopefully, if there's problems, I would love to know. I did run it through a validator, and I've been using it as well. I'll show you at the end. We will make sure to remember to go to FradyCat to check this, which is a feed reader. So we have this entry. So I'm going to go ahead and come here and add this to, whoops, git add those to our pull request. So all this work is now saved. We can now come in here and start editing stuff. I think actually let's go to the root page, make sure we actually can just put it in a link. I meant to root page here. And we will add above the videos, we'll add a new section called blog, I think, right? Yeah. So H2, just say like blog. Actually, no, let's do a card. And actually, I'm just going to copy paste. We don't need to be fancy here. I'm just going to copy paste from the fuzz blog. We did the same thing basically here, where we have this card, and just like that. The icon, we need to use our web dev ladder icon for that. Actually, no, we'll keep that little pen, and then we'll add the card from fuzz. So this is going to give us a link to, did I script something? I think I just need to restart. Weird. Have matched the default project. What? Yeah, I don't know. That seems like a weird error. Too many files? 8 files? 8 files is too much? It must not have meant what I think it meant. And so we have this card now on our root page. So if we go to our root page, which this is a little bit bugged, we should be able to click that to go to our root page. We now have this giant card. Now that's too giant. I'm going to remove all the styling around it and just put this in a box. And now it's centered, and there we go. So we have the welcome section still, we have the video section still, and now we have this big blog button. And that takes us to /blog. Now we are on /blog, but something's wrong, and that's Vite. That's Vite being strange. So we won't, I did try to reset the cache, but Vite can do weird things sometimes. We just have to kind of work around it. It might be SvelteKit interacting with Vite, I don't know. All I know is it happens kind of regularly that I just work around it. So now we are inside our blog page. We can see at the top here, and actually I'm gonna, yeah, what we need to do is fix the logo being weird. I think you can pass in size equals var, let's see, icon size SM. Let's try that. Yeah, that's a good size. Okay. And then same down here. So now we have our icons working correctly. Vite is freaking out when I navigate. That's not, or SvelteKit, whatever it is, it works now. You see that? So it wasn't a bug. Our Atom feed link goes here. It worked. It downloaded a 1 kilobyte file. We can click into the blog post, and now we have our blog post. So now I'm just going to make sure our styling looks decent by going here. Yeah, we have enough padding and stuff around stuff. We could probably add some side padding, but maybe later. Let me just see this really fast, actually. I'm going to shrink this down. Yeah, we have padding. Okay. So let's add just a little bit of blog content. I'm not going to I didn't prepare anything. We don't need this one actually open. I didn't prepare anything. And we can keep this video pretty short. So we added the link there to the root page. We now want to add blog content to our source of truth, which is right here. So we already have the title, slug, summary, and tags. And now we can say blog underscore post. And the reason we do that, and we pass in the post, is because it's a nice little helper, as we'll see in a moment. So this is a totally optional thing. You do not need to use any of Fuzz Blog's components. However, I certainly will be using them because reusing software is a good time. So we don't need this. The blog post is missing children. So we can put in a paragraph and be like, I did write one sentence. I blogged, oh wait, no. This blog was created, I didn't write this, with Fuzzblog. Fuzzblog, a SvelteKit library for making blogs, a library, a SvelteKit library for making blogs. For making blogs for developers for developers. A SvelteKit library. Okay, this blog was created with Fuzzblog, a SvelteKit library for making blog for developers. Actually, I have a actual blog software from scratch. No, that's fine. A SvelteKit library for making blogs for developers. A blog making, whatever. This is gone. I will almost certainly edit this text later. It's not important. We can also add the VODs where I did this. So I'm going to copy paste. Here's my first one. So copy this address, put them in if you're interested in the full videos where I made the software, extracting it from my personal blog, and then we will add two LIs. This one, a href equals this, and then also this, extracting fuzz blog. So this is VOD number 2. This is the title, because you can't copy it from the other page, and it's in there. And then over here, copying this title. In this programming, apologies for that. You get to hear me from the past. All right. So if you're interested in these VODs, you can go to these links. More to come. I don't know what to say there because it doesn't really matter. And notice we have this footer is not yet customizable, or it might be, but I don't, whatever. I'm not going to worry about it. I should add that to the list though of things to fix. So GitHub, Ryan, Fuzz blog. We had the, am I doing this right? Pull requests in it. Yep. Okay. Customize. Actually, can we customize it now with a snippet? I'm not sure if it should be showing up there. What would be called, like footer? Is there a footer for the snippet? Whoops, snippet. Foo. Let's see. It might not. Yeah, no. So I think this is like hard coded into the blog. Customize footer for blog post. All right. So don't need to force you to have my footer, of course. I just closed. Wait, what did I don't know what I closed. Oh, I closed the actual Chrome local host. So back to that. We should be able to go over to the blog and see the changes I just made. So this blog was created with Fuzzblog, a SvelteKit library. I'm going to linkify that. Or add to, I'll just linkify it over to GitHub. Actually, here I'll do this, I'll do this. blog.fuzz.dev, and source like this. So this is going to be to the source code, and then this is going to be to blog.fuzz.dev. All right. All right. Getting there. So source code is going to be https github.com to fuzz_blog. All right. So that should give us some links. This blog was created with FuzzBlog, a Svelte kit library for making blogs for developers. FuzzBlog source code. All right. Those look correct, right? Yeah. Okay. And what next? So this is a fine first blog post. There is one more thing I did want to do that hopefully won't take long. So I'm going to delete this. That's nothing. Stay tuned for more. I'll say yes. Stay tuned for more. Okay. All right. One. I'll just put like 1, 2. Actually, what am I doing? Ordered list. There we go. OL instead of OOL. Okay. 1 and 2. All right. So we have a blog post, right? We have it generating a feed for us. We have a link from the root. We can click in. It says the date. It says this. So all of this stuff is totally customizable. The whole goal is the reason this is optional is because I want to be able to give developers full control over what's on their pages. It's just a Svelte page. You can do whatever you want. It's just a page like any other. So full control is the goal here. And then what we can do is add Mastodon comments is the special time that I wanted to do today. So I'm going to go to mastodon.social and I'm going to post a new post. And this is where I'm going to say it. I blogged about Web Dev Ladder getting its first blog post. So we are first going to actually do this. I'm going to keep this all in a single pull request. Actually, no, let's go ahead and finish this pull request out. There will be 2 pull requests for this one. So I'm going to remove this add blog branch. I'm going to go over to GitHub. I should see CI pass because we just made a blog. That's it. It could even be more streamlined for sure. There's a few like manual steps in there that really shouldn't be there. So it worked. We're going to add that. So now we pull it down and we deploy it. So in just a moment, we'll be able to see Web Dev Ladder actually has its blog online. And this is all in real time. I don't edit these videos if I can help it. And this one will not be edited. I'm doing great. So webdevladder.net. Only a couple of the first ones were edited, and I decided I'm overthinking it. These are VODs. When they say VODs, that means like this does not respect your time. Put me on the background if you really want it. Otherwise, this isn't for you. I have another channel, Web Dev Ladder, without the underscore VODs. That is a much more time-respecting channel if that's what more your vibe. All right, so we just deployed. We can refresh. There's our blog. There's our blog post. I'm going to go to FradyCat, which I installed somewhere. Let's see. Where are you, FradyCat? Yeah, let's pin you. Pin. Okay. So FradyCat. Oh, yeah. Let's just add it. Boom. Hey, look at that. It filled it in. So actually, let's do this. We're not even going to need to have to pipe that in. We're just going to say, hey, here's webdevladder.net. Can you figure us out? And boom, look at that. Fuzz blogs blog. Fuzz blogs blog. Sorry, I'm actually confused. I misnamed it. So this is the one we're actually caring about. I renamed it Ryan Atkinson's blog. So I need to fix that right now. Yeah, I just totally spaced. It's webdevladder.net blog. Okay. So let's get that up really fast. So I'm going to sync, and that will regenerate some other files. You see 2 files changed when we did that. The files that changed were our feed.ts, where we define that blog feed object. That can be used for anything. And then also our feed.xml changed. So I'm going to commit this and like fix blog title. Okay. And then redeploy. So I'm going to go back to FradyCat. I'm going to delete this somehow. Edit here. I'm sure that's it. Yep. Okay, delete. Yes, that's the one I want to delete. Okay, so we will come back to that in just a moment, but what we can do now is go over to Mastodon. I blogged about Web Dev Ladder creating blogging its first blog post. I blogged about blogging its first blog post. Yeah, sure. That's a little whatever. And then this is the link I think I had. Yep. And here we go. So I just posted a link, and I'm going to actually add it to, I'm going to add the pull request. Here's the pull request. It's made with SvelteKit. It's made with SvelteKit using fuzzblog, my blog creation library for developers. Okay, here's the pull request. And then I'm going to actually link to fuzzblog as well in my Mastodon post. And then, okay, so I blogged about Web Dev Ladder blogging its first blog post. I blogged about creating, okay, wait, I blogged about webdevladder.net's first blog post. Let's just simplify it. I blogged about webdevladder.net's first blog post. Then I link it. It's made with SvelteKit using fuzzblog, my blog creation library for developers. Here's the pull request. All right, post. Don't need any hashtags. I could have hashtagged SvelteKit. Sure, let's do that. I think we can edit with a hashtag for SvelteKit. All right. Yeah, let's do and hashtag TypeScript. Why not? I'm not even sure that works after the fact if you add tags, but who cares? So this post is going to be used in our Web Dev Ladder. So what I'm going to do is open up a new branch, add Mastodon comments. We're going to do npm i-d ryan/fuzz Mastodon, which is my Mastodon helper library. And so what this is going to do is let us put into our footer here Mastodon comments. So below the post, yeah, we'll just put them here. We'll say toot URL equals this. And I will have to probably look at some documentation or something. Maybe copy my old homework, Mastodon. Yeah, because I'm gonna copy my old homework. I'm gonna go to my blog. Oh, but I did change the API slightly, so I need to. My blog has not been updated since I updated this API. So I'm gonna go over to here. I'm gonna do blog/1 page. Okay, and then you can see the toot here is used right here. So this. Oh, I even have like a cache. I'm not gonna use a cache. Yeah, I'm not gonna use a cache. It will always for now. So I'm gonna use local cache. This is something I just need to do to, when you're using it from development, I want to indev. I want to not pull from the web every single time. It should just pull from like a fake file on the local host. So here's my properties that I was using. This is no longer, oh, I have a comments URL. Interesting. Okay, I'd forgotten about that. I'm just gonna make a note to that to do comments URL instead. Where is that coming from? I totally forgot this existed. So post.comments URL. So look at that. I added some like structured comment stuff. That will be for the future where we have automatic components help us out. Right now, this is very manual, but in the future, you should just be able to, like, if you have comments like this, it should just automatically embed comments for you, because I still had to create my own toot at the bottom, which maybe, wait, where did I put my toot? Oh, I put it inline, which is fine. Yeah, I can actually put it inline right here. Let's do that. So I'm going to add a section. And actually, I'm going to add a section around all of this as well. Yeah, sure. So comments URL, is that what I accidentally deleted. Okay, post.comments. Yeah, let's do that. So this URL is going to be like this. And then replies, this is weird. Yeah, to do the storage key is weird. This is weird as well. You can now close you. I can add an H2 in here with comments. And I don't think we needed that. And so now we don't need the cache. So the cache as well, I'm going to move that to this comment here. All right. So we have this too. The URL is the comments URL. Our storage key is whatever. Reply says, yes, we actually want to show replies. So what happens is, oh, I need to change slight behavior. So I do want to ensure that I am white, yeah. So the idea is that like, I am going to have to approve all comments that come through. And the way that works is, so what am I saying? Blog, no, mastodon.social, nope, mastodon.fuzz.dev. So this is the Mastodon website, Mastodon fuzz Mastodon. And I want to include replies if I liked them. And actually, let's do this. Let's do, no, let's do, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna lock it down. Sorry. Yeah, so if I liked it, what will happen is it will show up. If I do not like it, it will not show up. It has some other customizable rules that I added, but basically that's the logic right now. And why is this erroring? Reply filter rules. Why? Let's just restart maybe. Did I install Fuzz Mastodon? Let's go look. I think I did. So I did. Yeah, of course we did because we updated the toot. So why is this saying any type? Oh, I wonder if it's not. Wait. Why is that? Let's look at my toot. Yeah, my props are broken. This is a problem that I had in another project. Earlier, if you watched another VOD, you would have seen me make the same mistake, I believe. So what I'm going to do is hop over and fix this right now. So it's fuzz_mastodon. The problem is I made the same mistake in fuzz blog. No, our peer dependencies are here. So it looks like our props are broken. And the question is why? So these props are broken. Why? I'm going to go to fuzz mastodon, npm I svelte at next, and let's install svelte.js package at latest and svelte.js kit at latest as well. And then we'll also run the type checker. Go type check. So everything's up to date. We did update svelte. TypeScript is the latest. So let's do this. npx svelte package and see if it's creating the types. I was not expecting to run into a type problem. I have not used this project, obviously, as a dependency yet since publishing it. That was on my to-do list. So let's look at the toot types that are coming out of here. Yeah, the toot types are weird, are broken. I don't know why. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, everything type checks. I thought so previously a very similar problem, not the exact same problem, but a similar problem happened because my peer dependencies were not correctly built. So I'm going to build and look for any errors that might be thrown down. Okay, well those errors are totally different. This one may be a problem. No, it's on touch cancel. I do need to. Oh wait, yeah. So that's context menu stuff. I need to do that later. Yep. I'm using Okay. More context menu stuff. And I don't see a problem. So I don't know what to do. I might be stuck. But the good news is it's just types. So yeah, it's just types. So I think we'll just be able to get it working and then just deal with the idea that our continuous integration will be broken, which is not a problem at all. I mean, it's not something I want to be lingering, but so let's see. It didn't auto load. Oh, I wonder if this is why. Wait, no, because I have it as a dependency, right? It's the svelte intersect library. So let's open up our console. First of all, boom, like that was what I was hoping for. We have, I blogged about webdevladders.net's first blog post. Here it is. It's made with SvelteKit and TypeScript. These are links, actually. You can go click these over to Mastodon. If I enable JavaScript, we can see. There's our TypeScript. Oh, it does show up. Good stuff. Okay. And then using Fuzzblog, my blog creation library for developers. And then here's that link. And then if people respond to this, I can like those posts and they will then show up. If I don't like those posts, they will not show up. So that's how this works, because I filtered the reply rules this way. Now this is annoying, but it's whatever. And I will fix that another time. So actually I could probably just silence it. So to do remove any when fuzz Mastodon types are fixed. I have no idea why those types would be broken. Okay, so we can grow sync just to make sure we're looking good. I'm going to push up this branch, add Mastodon comments, go over to fuzz Mastodon, or WebDevLadder, I mean, open up this pull request, add Mastodon comments to blog post 1. And this is all we had to do. We installed fuzz Mastodon. We added this comments thing. That just adds some data to our blog post. This is our, yeah, as you can see, looks familiar. We nested all that stuff. And then we have a bunch of to-dos, which I will follow up with later. And we include replies. We have a storage key. That's not worth, initial autoload is true, which doesn't seem, oh. I think it's just autoload now. I wasn't getting type help. So let's move the storage key to the bottom. I think that's why I was thinking, oh, it's broken, but like, no, it's actually, so it autoloads when you scroll down. So when you're up here, notice it doesn't, you'll see it's not loaded. And then when we get it on screen, it loads. And that's actually calling out to the Mastodon API if it wasn't obvious. So it works, like it works. If you want to go reply, if it's a good comment, I will like it. If it's not, like, I don't know. Don't make me like your post, I guess. Yeah, I'll like anything benign, because that's what this is for. Yeah, just don't expect me to like everything, because expectations on social media are always a recipe for making everybody unhappy. So, you know, that's how it goes on social media. Okay, because like publishing, republishing stuff, you know, some jokes don't land for everybody. You know how it is. All right, I think we did it. I did it, and you followed along if you're still here with me. So thank you for watching. I'm gonna now we're gonna see this live, and we're going to redo our Frady cat. So installs fuzz _ Mastodon and adds comments to the first blog post. Okay. And then I can link over to fuzz Mastodon. GitHub Brian fuzz Mastodon. Okay. This link. All right. I'm going to just linkify, being a little bit of a perfectionist here. Totally unnecessary. Okay. So we can now merge this over. And webdevladder.net. I merged it before I fixed the auto load. So I'm going to stash this, go over to main, delete it. So that was a small mistake. It's no big deal. git stash apply. Okay, we're going to say fix auto load for comments. Okay, and go deploy. So this is going to push it up. I'm going to make the note. There's a bug with fuzz Mastodon's published types. So this, so I silenced an error to make CI pass, but I also forgot. I'm going to make a note. I also forgot to commit a change that fixed auto load. Okay, so I'm going to link to that really fast just in case somebody comes here and is like copy pasting stuff. I don't want them to copy paste broken code. Although that seems pretty unlikely. I'm going to just leave a comment here. This was broken. So this was broken, fixed here. Okay. So webdevladder.net, if we go over to the deploy branch, we see it's done. Let's go to the blog. This is on the web now. And there's our post. So we just did it. We added a blog and Mastodon comments all in one. So we're ready to go. We now have a blog. If you would like to leave comments on Mastodon, I can then like them and they'll show up here. So thank you for watching. See you next time.